Hi, Clark Mooneyham coming to you again on the Illinois Redneck channel. Last time when we tested out the new military style Slingshot, we got penetration on 2 bottles, having 4 set up in a line. So for a comparison, I'm going to try and do a shot with a .22 pistol, and we'll see how the power compares.
That's why you should get a Slingshot. They don't jam.
Yeah. What is going on? Okay, stop it. Okay, now are you ready?
Okay. 4, 3, 2.
A little high there. It didn't bust anything, did it?
Nope.
Hit a mental Easter egg.
Okay, it did go through all 4, but it took me 3 shots to do it, so hey, you're better off with a Slingshot. Okay, in regards with our what happened with our test yesterday, we did 2 tests yesterday. One was a penetration test comparing the .22 against the Slingshot that we shot in the previous video. We wanted to see how many bottles we could break. Then the second test was increasing the power on the big golf ball crossbow. First, to talk about the penetration test. What went right, what went wrong? Well, the results we got didn't quite meet the objectives that I was hoping for. Not surprisingly, the pistol was able to break all 4 bottles at one time, so that was no surprise there. But I hadn't shot it for over a year, and was pretty much out of practice. So if you had put a timer on me from the time I started till the time I actually broke the bottles, it was quite a few minutes there that I didn't realize the magazine wasn't all the way in. I couldn't get it to shoot. It was jammed up. So by the time I figured out what was wrong with that, and then after I got it to shoot, it took me 3 tries before I could hit the bottles with it, as I was so much out of practice. So if you'd considered that time there, if I'd been using the Slingshot here to break the bottles and we started at the same time, I probably would have broke all 3 of the bottles in a fraction of the time that it took me to do it with the handgun. The penetration wasn't as great. I was only able to break 2 bottles with the Slingshot, but you have to remember I was using a glass marble to do it with. If I'd been using a steel ball bearing, maybe I would have broke all 4 of them. But overall, I'd have to say the accuracy on the Slingshot was very good. I have to say that's a positive. And the Slingshot function was very good because it didn't jam. If you don't count the band breaking as being a negative, you know, it was still would have shot even with a broken band. It might have been a little off to the side, but in those 2 aspects, well, the penetration might be negative compared to the handgun. The accuracy and reliability in this case went to the Slingshot. Now if you want to see a good example of a video that didn't quite meet the intended objectives, you need to check out Tex Grebner's Outdoors, where he shoots himself in the leg with a .45 automatic. He definitely didn't meet his intended objectives right there. So I've often thought maybe we should set up a test to where we have like 3 bottles for a slingshot and 3 bottles for a handgun, and have a separate shooter for the handgun. Maybe if we had Tex Grebner shooting the handgun, you know, by the time he shot himself in the leg and went to the hospital and come back, you know, I could have shot 1,000 bottles in that length of time. But who knows, you know, we'll just have to wait and see on that. Maybe we'll set up something in the future.